if Liverpool versus Palace was Cats, the musical, then Karate was James Corden.
Big pussy. Salah went off, and I think I said to you, I think Mo realises he's playing a game of football today. This is Heinz, Spaghetti-O's, Spaghetti Hoops and Spaghetti Legs. Liverpool legend Bruce Grobbler.
Welcome to Reds Down Under. This is the weekly show. I'm Tom, I'm your regular host. I'm here with our kid, Jack. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. The Reds are not good.
Yeah, the Reds have been better. This week wasn't, well, I mean,
It was a good start, wasn't it?
We won in the League Cup, didn't we?
Yeah.
Defeat against Palace. We'll be talking about all that on this week's show. Jack, we're going to be talking about the Southampton win, Palace defeat. We're going to be returning to Reds Trivia, which had a break last week.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll be looking ahead to the Champions League, Galatasaray away. This is a tough game.
Tasty place to go, isn't it?
Tasty place.
Not because of the kebabs.
Tasty place to go.
Because of the ultras.
Yeah, because they're nuts.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking about that later on. Before we get going, thank you to Red Bull Ventures, production partner. What that means is they loaned us kit when we were getting started. And we couldn't have done it without them. They're brilliant. Have a look at Red Bull Ventures. Their link is in the show notes. Jack, what have you learned about the Reds this week, lad?
We're not as good as we think we are. Genuinely, we're not as good as we think we are. So this is Sunday as we record. So the game was last night, and I think I'm still fuming about it.
Yeah, so we watched the game, didn't we, last night together, with Abby as well, Jack's fiancée. Shocking. We will come to that. What I've learned about the Reds this week is Arne Slot invariably gets it right. I don't think he did this week. No. I think he didn't quite nail it, did he? Jacko, let's talk about that Southampton win in the League Cup. We've spoken about it on the podcast last couple of weeks, talking about the League Cup and what we sort of where we sort of rank it. The Reds obviously won the game. Good to see some of the lesser squad players, if you like, getting a crack, wasn't it?
Oh, for sure. Jaden Dan's getting on. He did a nice few things when he was on the pitch. Chiesa was brilliant. He was outstanding, Chiesa, in that game. Obviously, Ekatike doing what he does, getting his goal. Isaac obviously getting his first as well, didn't he? It was positive mostly, wasn't it? I mean, other than Leone doing his ACL. Poor kid. Absolutely poor kid. Fancy that on your debut, man.
Yeah. And I think he was impressive as well in the game. It looks like he's going to be out for a year, Jack. Let's talk about them centre-back options then, because we're essentially left with three centre-backs now. Is that going to be an issue?
After the way Canate played last night, yes it is. I mean, look, it was always going to be an issue anyway, because we were putting a lot of stock in that young kid Leone to hold up. So the games he would play, because he inevitably would have had to have played a lot of games this season anyway, because he can't fully rely on Joe Gomez to stay fit all the time either. But I think it's put us in a situation where we still need to go and buy two centre-backs.
Two centre-backs?
Two centre-backs, yeah. True. Cover and something to give Kanate a full kick up the arse.
Well, we'll come on to Kanate a little bit later on. Ekatike obviously got the winning goal, takes off his shirt, gets a red card.
Yeah, it's been unfortunate, really, isn't it? Stupid, but, our Tom's on the podcast every week bagging the League Cup, mate, saying he hates the League Cup. Ekatike's like, listen here, Tom, it means the world to me. He takes his shirt off.
I think the thing was as well, taking your shirt off's one thing, because, you know, if he took his shirt off and he threw it away and he ran towards the cop, that's one thing. Holding it up, doing the Messi celebration, I thought was a bit silly.
Yeah, well, it's done now, and it's just like, he'll never make that mistake again.
No, there was a lot of talk, wasn't there, that he was going to get docked 2 weeks' wages, which Arne Slot has confirmed is nonsense. But yeah, absolutely bonkers, and we probably could have done with him against Crystal Palace. But the Reds go on. They're in the next round now at the League Cup. So we'll see what that competition brings, because it's good for the squad players.
Have you seen what the draw's been done, hasn't it?
Yeah, the draw has been done.
I can't remember who we've got though.
Googling it now. I can't remember. I've got a feeling it was Crystal Palace, you know.
Oh, I think it is Crystal Palace. It is Crystal Palace. As if we need any more of that.
Yeah.
Quite a somber podcast today, really, when you think about it. No?
Yeah, just want to go and come back next.
We've been pretty fortunate though whilst doing the podcast. I don't think we've lost any games, have we? Other than, like, you know, Champions League.
Yeah, I think
and the Charity Shield. Like,
yeah,
we haven't really lost any games.
I think literally, yeah, the PSG Champions League and then the Charity Shield, which is a Nottingham game anyway. So look, we'll see what happens with that League Cup. It will be nice to go far in it. Jacko, let's talk about the game last night.
Do we have to?
No, let's move on to. Let's go to Reds trivia. Crystal Palace, Jack. Alisson Becker showed he's the best goalkeeper in the world.
Still the best, isn't he? He's still, like, top of that mountain. You can't deny it. That first half was one of the most woeful things I've ever seen, man. It was like Cats. Remember when they made the live action of Cats the musical? It was as bad as that.
So if Liverpool versus Palace was Cats the musical, then Karate was James Corden.
Yeah. Big pussy.
Any musical theatre fans out there? That one's for you. Jack Canate, I said it on social media, probably the worst performance I've ever seen of a Liverpool player.
It was. That Mateta's a handful, like, don't get me wrong, but yeah, he bullied him, didn't he, from the off? He got that early yellow card. Look, their first goal was fortunate. I mean, fortunate in the sense that it was on a corner. And that's obviously led to the chance. Gravenberg gets unlucky, pretty much plays it straight down to Zaha, doesn't he? Who gets the goal. But yeah, that first half, we were watching it together, and I've never been more frustrated watching us, because genuinely, if it weren't for Alisson, we'd have been 4-0 down in that first half. And that's just nowhere near good enough. The shape of us was horrendous. We kept talking about that last night, didn't we? There's a bit of a thing that I see going at the minute, and it's the Wirtz dilemma. Trying to fit him in his best position, and, like, almost doesn't help. Like, it's not for the betterment of the team, really. But, like, we had nothing on the left hand side in that first half. We just looked run ragged. Like, obviously they had a couple of incidents, didn't they, with the fans in the stands. So well wishes to both of them fans, because 2 different stands, wasn't it? 2 different incidents. But yeah, when they had the 10 minutes on for half time, I was like, you can keep it, just blow the whistle, get us out of this half. Yeah, it wasn't great. Was it? What did you think of the way we set up?
I was surprised at the way we set up. I mean, we invariably play the same formation. We normally play a 4-2-1-3, isn't it? Essentially. Obviously, the gaffer went a little bit different with a narrower setup. He wanted to overload the midfield, which I understand, because Palace are playing 5 at the back, which means, and you know, Mitchell and Munoz, they do a cracking job as wing backs. So I could understand why he wanted to narrow the game a little bit, try and attack them in the 3 centre back area, if you like. Didn't work at all. Like, the fact that he he tried to overpower the midfield, but actually, we couldn't get a kick in the midfield.
No. That Adam Wharton's an absolutely unbelievable player, isn't he? Yeah, we just... It's genuinely amazing watching it, and we couldn't string passes together. And they were just more than happy, which is their prerogative, going 1-0 up. But then they were just hitting the ball over the top each time and causing us major issues. Major issues. We were saying, weren't we, at the end of that first half, we were like, Conor Bradley's the only outlet ball we've got. And they were obviously very happy to let him do that. But yeah, it was a poor first half. For Kanate, genuinely, if we did have a couple more options there at centre half, I'm surprised he was on the pitch as long as he was, because it was poor.
Let me ask you about Kanate, Jack. We'll come back to the game itself, because there was improvements in the second half.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Kanate, is this an easy excuse to describe why his form's been so indifferent? Do you think it's got something to do with the contract?
100%. Do you remember we played United last year? Trent. There was all the Real Madrid talk going on, and is he going to extend his contract and all that? He's in the same situation. Like I said, just didn't look in it at all. And I know he's had a couple of good games this season. He has had a couple of good performances, but he's had some bad ones. And I don't know if it's also... I don't know if it's the comfortability aspect of it, because he knows no one's taking him out of the team. But yeah, his head just doesn't look in it. And like I said it quite loudly last night, didn't I? And I was like, and you want to play for fucking Real Madrid and get bodied by Mateta every opportunity. He was just... I couldn't see how we weren't going to get sent off in that first half. And look, his performance did improve. It did. Second half, all the performances improved. But yeah, I think the noise aspect of it is probably there. He'll probably go back on Instagram now and start arguing with all the fans giving him a hard time. Did you see that? It's never a good sign, is it? Never a good sign. Do you think it's bigger than the contract?
No, I think first and foremost, I think when you're playing against Mateta, I think he's one of the best in the league for giving centre-backs a really hard time. You know, he's not the first centre-back and the last centre-back who's going to get torn to shreds by this Mateta guy. And I don't expect Mateta to be at Crystal Palace much longer. I was very surprised, actually, that he never went in the summer. And I think the fact that they sold Elise for big enough money last year, Eze for big enough money this year, probably meant that they could hold on to the player. But yeah, look, I'd like to think that the player is super professional, he's super dedicated, and that a contract situation wouldn't have much sort of way in the way that the player conducts himself. But having said that, it's been too consistent of how inconsistent he's been.
He's been consistently inconsistent. Yeah. And
you know, look, he's still without doubt the second best centre back at the football club. I think as we were talking earlier about, you were saying we need two centre backs to come in. We definitely need one centre back. But you know what? It's the job of the coach. This is one of the big calls that the coach has to make. And he's done it. You know, he dragged Kerkez off last week. He dragged Kwanzaa off last season early.
Kanate came off early last season against, was it West Ham?
Yeah, I think it was. So the manager has shown he's got the cojones to do it, like to take a player out. The difficult situation he's got is we haven't got an abundance of options. But you know, we play Galatasaray, which we'll talk about next. And maybe an opportunity in that game to just say, all right, Kanate, look, you're going to have a break.
Yeah, stick Joe Gomez in.
Stick Joe in. Because I think Kanate could do with coming out the team just for a game, I think it's a game in the Champions League that we can do it with. And bring Joe in, and if Joe has a stormer, great. If Joe doesn't have a stormer, okay, Kanate's going to come back in anyway. So we'll talk about Gala a little bit later. But the Reds second half, Jack, picked it up a little bit, changed the shape back to the 4-2-1-3, if you like.
Yeah, Szoboszlai going in at right back made a massive difference. He was, over than Ali, he was probably the best player in that game. And look, I've been critical of Szoboszlai more so last season. I love that guy. I think he's probably one of the best players in the team we've got. For what you get out of him, it's unbelievable how able he is to just shift and jump in at right back, and then when Wirt came off, he went back into midfield, and he's Szoboszlai is one of the only ones who can hold his head up after yesterday, I think, genuinely. Obviously, so we brought Conor Bradley off, who, look, I don't think Conor Bradley did bad in that first half. It was just, he was the only outlet ball, and it'd be hard to be critical of Bradley when the rest of them were playing the way they were. I don't think Kirkers had a good game at all. I just don't think he did. Even when Frimpong came on at right back later on, he hasn't got the output in. And you could see it kept happening over and over again, especially when he came on the 83rd minute or whatever it was. They were all overloading that side, and he was just hitting it up the pitch, and there was just nothing on it. You know what I mean? I don't think he's a fullback.
But he also had some brilliant runs.
When he's forward, yes. But he hasn't got... I think he's a winger. I don't think he's a fullback at all. Genuinely don't. Don't think he is. Might prove me wrong, but I don't think he is.
Yeah, I think overall it's tough to take. I think there was a lot of poor play in the game. There was also some moments of brilliance, actually. There was a moment Wirt went in and he sort of did a jink and run, and he had a shot and it was blocked. It was going in.
Yeah. McAllister's pass through to Isaac.
Yeah.
He went on, took a couple of... So there was good moments in it. It's just, yeah. The Wirt chance, the Szoboszlai ball over the top, was it? I think. And look, he just gets his foot on the end of it. He gets his foot on the end of it, and if it's either side, it's in, isn't it? But it's pretty much straight at Dean Henderson.
Yeah, and anyway, but there
yeah.
is a goal.
Dean Henderson, who kicks a ball like Happy Gilmore swings the cup. He spins around when he hits it. So unorthodox, man.
Yeah, he kicks the ball like a cat getting dropped into a bath.
It's madness.
And look, Isaac, don't want to be overcritical
I don't think he can be this early.
Of the guy, but he missed an absolutely cracking chance. And look, if we're going to be fair with criticism, if that was Darwin Núñez last season, he would have got pelted for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, more to come. He's still finding his fitness, his sharpness. It's not the end of the world. We will come back. But it was a very disappointing performance, and
very, very quiet. Like Salah, it was quiet, wasn't it? It was. There was a point, I think it was towards the end, where he got they gave a free kick when he went in the back of Gay to get the ball. He was like nipping at him. Salah went off, and I think I said to you, I think Mo realises he's playing a game of football today, because there was just so many passengers in that game. I thought Curtis Jones did well when he came on. His first few minutes on the pitch were great, and then we were just too sloppy, man. Too sloppy all over the park. Chiesa, great getting his goal. It was fortunate, but we were banging on the door for that long. And then, to be beaten in the last kick of the game, like, I can't even be that angry about it, because we've been doing that. We've been doing that to everyone this season. So it was bound to come. And I didn't want to... I said to you, didn't I think this is a game we're going to drop points in. And I didn't want to be right about it. I didn't want that to be the case at all, but... Did anyone guess 2-1 Palace?
No one guessed 2-1 Palace. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
But I did do a post-reaction video standing under a lamppost last night. asking for people's thoughts on the game. Lorna said, Kanate, Vert, Salah, so bad. Why does Slot hate Chiesa? I don't think he does, but I think Chiesa maybe needs to play more. Wayne, our assistant producer, Wayne jumped in with a shit emoji. Accurate. Jim, our mate from Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh, yeah.
If you can't keep the ball out of your net from a throw-in 40 metres away to finish a game, then you don't deserve a point.
Yeah.
Very valid.
Also, on that, if Kirkes hits it straight up the pitch, the whistle probably gets blown.
So remember when it happened, the ball comes into Kirkes and he sort of spins around and hits it out with his left foot.
Yeah.
And I said, why didn't he hoof it with his right foot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Rich said, a game like the Forest match last season where tactical changes will be analysed a bit deeper. Clearly gutted they nabbed the win, but you've got to admire Palace for their execution. It could have been a battering by half-time.
Yeah, that's true.
If it wasn't for Ali, LFC will come back and click. I agree. And I think Riley pretty much sums it up. Simply wasn't good enough. Absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
All right, that was Crystal Palace, Jack. We're going to have a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be doing the return of Reds Trivia. So, Reds, wherever you are, get your notepad out, get your phone out with your notes, and we're going to do 5 Liverpool Trivia questions. This is a Reds Down Under announcement for all supporters. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on TikTok, Facebook and Instagram, give us a review on Spotify, Apple and Amazon. Thank you. Right, Reds, this is the return of Reds Trivia.
Take it to the max, baby.
Take it to the max. Let's do Reds Trivia. I've got them in my notes. You ready?
Yeah.
So we're going to do the questions and then the answers. It's just easier. Question number 1. Who scored Liverpool's goal in the 2-1 defeat to Milan in the 2007 Champions League final? Who scored Liverpool's goal in the 2001? In the 2-1 defeat to Milan in the 2007 Champions League final? You got your answer in?
Yeah.
Good lad. In 1996, Liverpool signed Paul Ince from which Italian club? In 1996, Liverpool signed Paul Ince from which Italian club? I think he went from Borough to United to the other team, and then he came to Liverpool.
Who's the other team?
I can't tell you. I nearly said it. Number 3. What nationality was legendary goalkeeper Bruce Grobbelaar? What nationality was legendary goalkeeper Bruce Grobbelaar? Little clue. I don't think we've ever had another player from this country. I don't think so. Number 4. How many LFC Premier League goals has Mo Salah scored? Is it 189? Liverpool goals, because he did score a couple for Chelsea. How many Liverpool Premier League goals has Mo Salah scored? Is it 189, 182, or 186? So multiple choice on that one because it's a bit trickier. And number 5, Peter Crouch scored an overhead kick against Galatasaray in the Champions League at Anfield. But what was his squad number? What was Peter Crouch's squad number? He's big, he's red, his feet stick out the bed. But what was his squad number? Are you ready?
Just before we get on to the answers, have I ever told the story about when I met Peter Crouch on this podcast?
No, you've never said it. Go on.
So I said
Yeah.
I was in London working, and a band called Judas, which is John Clancy, which is Abby Clancy's brother. That was his band in London, and I went to watch them. And we had I'd never seen them play before, but my band and his band, we were kind of in the same circles, but we'd never met. Anyway, so I sent a message to a mutual friend of ours, and I was like, I'm going to come to the show in London. I'm up here for work. And I'm down here for work, sorry. For any geography nerds. And I was like, yeah, so I'm going to pop in. They were like, all right, sweet. So these are the tickets on the door. So we go in, and I'm like at the bar talking to someone else I know. And I'm talking, and Abby Cantor goes, oh my God, where are you from? I was like, oh, Aintree. She's like, oh my God. Anyway, and we're just having a crack. And then Couchy walks over. And he must think I know her. He's like, all right, mate. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, do you want a beer? I was like, yeah. And he's like, what do you want? And I was like, Amstel. And he went, Amstel. And I went, all right, it sounds. And he went and got me a pint of Amstel. And then we're there, and I'm thinking, don't ask for a picture, Jack. Don't ask for a picture. You're cooler than that. You're a musician. Don't ask him for a picture. Don't ask him for a picture. But I've had an Amstel with Peter Crouch. And then about 10 minutes later, he goes to me, Amstel. And I was like, fucking too right, Peter. Get us another Amstel. And yeah, and then after about 3 or 4 Amstels, I was like, can we get a picture? And I'll send you it and you can insert it in this episode.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Crouchy, mate. What a fella.
Nice fella.
What a fella. Yeah, top fella.
Funny, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Crouchy. Absolutely great. I think I've said it on the podcast before, but I was there for his first game. Because when he came in, it took him so long to score. And then he scored 2 against Wigan at Anfield. And it was like we just won the cup or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a massive deflection, wasn't there, for his first one?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's a proper Liverpool legend, Crouchy. Just like an all-round top fella. The Peter Couch podcast, I loved that as well. So yeah, Crouchy, if you want to come on, lad, I'm still.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Quiz.
Crouchy, you're always welcome. Question number 1, who scored Liverpool's goal in the 2-1 defeat to Milan in the 2007 Champions League final?
I've went Dirk Kuyt, but I don't think it is.
It was Dirk Kuyt.
It was Dirk Kuyt.
I think he scored in the 87th minute or something. And I was like, it's back on.
Didn't he blow up time early on that game?
Yeah.
There was like still 2 minutes left or something, and the referee blew up.
Yeah, UEFA. In 1996, Liverpool signed Paul Ince from which Italian club?
Internazionale.
It was Inter, well done. Very good. Number 3, what nationality was legendary goalkeeper Bruce Grobbelaar?
I've went South African, but it could be Zanzibar.
Zanzibar?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's not South Africa.
Yeah.
And it's not Zanzibar.
Where is it?
It is Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, it was Zimbabwe. I thought he was South African.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. It wasn't. It was Zimbabwe.
He was match fixing in South Africa, wasn't he?
Allegedly. No, he never got done for match fixing. Brucey. You're welcome on the pod as well.
Yeah. Clear, state your innocence.
Can I just say, the biggest miss ever by a brand is Heinz spaghetti in a can not getting Grobbelaar to do an advert with the spaghetti legs.
Yeah. Should we do the advert read?
What, for the Heinz?
You be Grobbelaar. Do an impression of Bruce Grobbelaar.
Hello, I'm Bruce Grobbelaar.
Pretty good. Alright. This is Heinz SpaghettiOs, spaghetti hoops and spaghetti legs. Liverpool legend Bruce Grobbelaar. You know about spaghetti, don't you, Bruce?
Oh, I nearly did Brummy then. When I'm not saving penalty shootout goals against Roma in the Champions League final, I'm eating Heinz spaghetti. All right, that was Bruce Grobbelaar.
By order of the Peaky Blinders. Class.
Number 4, how many Liverpool Premier League goals has Mo Salah scored, Jack? Was it 189, 182 or 186?
I think it's 186.
It is 186.
2 for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack, you're 4 for 4.
Am I?
Oh no, you're not. You got Bruce wrong. Bruce Grobbelaar.
Bruce Grobbelaar. He's from Perry Bar, just outside of Birmingham.
I said no fucking farting. And number 5, Peter Crouch scored an overhead kick against Galatasaray in the Champions League. But what was his squad number?
15.
It was 1-5-15. Jack, you got 4. 4 out of 5?
4 out of 5, mate. Yeah.
You're back because you had a couple of weeks there where you...
Yeah, I don't think I was getting above 3, was I, for a couple of weeks? So 4 out of 5 is the amount of aerial duels Karate lost yesterday.
Paul Canate.
Poor Karate.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
He will be back. Jack, before we move on to talk about that Champions League game against Galatasaray, we started doing something on the pod where we talk about things that we never not find funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you got one?
I do. So, it's very rare you get the opportunity to do this in life. But have you ever had it where there's 2 people with the same name and they're walking together? And as they walk, say they're both called Paul, you go, "Hey, Paul," and they both turn around. I reckon I've had 4 opportunities in my life to do that. It's absolutely class, mate. They both do that.
That's so stupid.
It's good though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very rare you get the opportunity to do it, but it hits, mate. It absolutely hits.
Yeah, I've never had that, I don't think, but now it'll be there.
You look for it?
It'll be like the red car thing.
Yeah, you look for it. What about you? Have you got any?
Yeah. So sometimes when I'm having a bad day, I'll just watch videos of people being arseholes, but it all going wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, it'll be, you know, when, like, guys do that thing when they've had a couple of bevy and they jump over bollards?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they hit the nuts on the bollard. Never not find it funny.
Yeah, the justice in it.
Yeah. Or videos where you see, like, a bully, like a big fat bully kid will be, like, picking on a kid and then the kids will just go bang and knock him out.
There was a great one. This is probably 10 years ago. It was in Liverpool. And it was a ginger lad and he was a big bully. And I'm not saying it was good because he was a ginger lad. That's not what I'm saying. But this lad is picking on this little fella. Like he was a little kid.
The big fat ginger guy is picking on an old little fella.
This must have been like a year ago or whatever. You know, because you had them pricks who just went through puberty before and were just bigger. You know what I mean? Augustus Gloom, what was his name? A bit like him. And yeah, the little kid just bang, knocks him out, mate. And you go, "Oh, that's a belter that." You love it. Love to see it.
I remember...
instant justice, they call it. It's instant karma, isn't it? Well,
instant karma, but I like instant justice.
Yeah, instant Kama Sutra.
Talking of ginger bullies, there was a ginger bully who will not be named.
Yeah.
For legal reasons. Obviously, but he used to like give me loads of shit on the train.
Yeah.
This kid, and he was like 3-4 years older than me, so I'd be on the train and he'd be like, "Oh, you've got big ears in that," because I have got fairly big ears, right? And they were big.
Yeah, for your head at the time.
Yeah,
you're growing into your features now, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, not all of them. And he was giving me like loads of shit this day, and he's calling me big ears and that, and everyone's laughing at me. And then he starts calling me fat.
Yeah.
And I said, "Mate, I can lose weight, but you're always gonna have ginger pubes." And it fucking stung this kid. Yeah. Instant karma.
Instant Kama Sutra. Send in some instant Kama Sutras for us.
Yeah. Keep a emphasis on the karma. We will put a post up this week and we will ask for them. I know I said I was going to do that this week and I forgot. But this week, I will do it.
Do you want one where I got embarrassed in one of those situations? So I was in year 11 and there was this lad and I proper dug my own grave, right? Like, I've always, since this moment, thought about what I've said in these situations, right? How I'm going to approach it, right? And he must have been in like year 9 and he was a little shit, right? And I said to him, and I cringe still to this day, I said to him, "Didn't I see you on gay TV last night?" And he said to me, "You watch gay TV?" I wanted the train to suck me up.
Well, that's what you do.
I genuinely nearly jumped out the train.
That's what you get for a semi-homophobic slur.
I know, but you know what I mean? I was probably 15. And I went, you've had a nightmare there.
Yeah.
I still, when you're in the shower those times, and you get it out of your head.
We're a bit off topic here, but I remember we were on the train once with your mate. What was his name? He was like a proper Scouse kid. He was your little mate. He used to go to the game and that.
Bedo?
We're on the train with Bedo, and he's with all his mates and that. I think that we were coming back from the match, and he was there with all his boys. And he had the Jack Wolfskin jacket on, and you were like, Jack Wolfskin, the official sponsor of Liverpool Football Club. And you could just see his face drained. He was gutted.
Do you remember them adverts? Jack Wolfskin, the official outdoor partner of Liverpool FC. They were all the adverts, weren't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that. I remember I don't think I ever seen him wear the coat again either.
No, and it was, you know what? It was dead smart, that coat.
Yeah, it was.
This is a Reds Down Under announcement for all supporters. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on TikTok, Facebook and Instagram, give us a review on Spotify, Apple and Amazon. Thank you. Jacko, let's get back to the football. Galatasaray in the Champions League next week. In terms of the team that we're playing, probably a game you'd expect us to win, but tough going away there, eh?
Oh, for sure. Would you ever make that trip?
Never in a million years would I go there.
You'd be alright though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd fit in with the locals.
Tommy Turk.
Yeah, I'd open my own stall or something when I was over there.
You'd be alright over there. It's, it'd be genuine, like I said before, that's an interesting place to go and watch football, that. I think I'd be more comfortable going if it was a Galatasaray Fenerbahce game or something you went as a neutral. And if even one of fan bases asked, you're like, hi, I mean to see you. You know what I mean? It's it's going to be, for them boys going out there, boys and girls, you need to look after yourselves going out there. That could be an interesting one, that.
Well, I think it is, I would never go as a Liverpool fan there. Not in a million years. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now, there's a fella who follows us called Matt Purchase. Do you know him?
I know him. Yeah.
In Liverpool?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he's great. He follows us from Liverpool. And he's going to Gala away. And the first thing I said to him was like, well, be safe. Be safe over there, because I think like there's certain places I would never go. I wouldn't go to Marseille.
Can I guess them?
Yeah, go on.
Naples?
Never go.
Marseille? Gala?
Well, like any of them.
Red Star Belgrade?
Never go to Red Star. Never. And I really like Red Star Belgrade.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of a soft spot for them.
Yeah.
But I'd never go. Yeah,
I'd never go. That's where they stab you, in the soft spots.
Yeah.
That's where they get you.
And I've got plenty of soft spots. Yeah, they're the big ones. I'd never go. I know Rome can be a bit tricky.
Would you go Millwall?
Yeah.
I'd go to Millwall.
Yeah, I think when you're going abroad, you know, we're a bit different now because we're Scousers living in Australia. So we maybe probably don't dress like we did in Liverpool anymore.
Yeah.
We've sort of been Aussie-fied a little bit. But you can spot a Scouser a million miles away.
Yeah.
And yeah, going to those European countries, you can definitely spot an Englishman, you can definitely spot a Scouser. Millwall, yeah, I probably would go, although my dad went to Millwall years ago in the Cup, and he said it was naughty, like.
He sat in the Millwall ends as well, didn't he?
No.
Did he not?
No. But he reckons, and he might be right, because it was about that time, he was there when they started the Ring of Fire.
Oh, yeah?
I think it was that song, yeah. It was about that
Millwall.
time. Millwall fans, and we went, we're going to have that.
Yeah, we'll take that off you.
We did an Arsenal. Yeah, so Millwall wouldn't go to, but Galatasaray, it's going to be a tough game, Jack. Because of the fixture, where the game is being played, the atmosphere, it's a game for me where I would rotate the team.
Yeah.
I would rotate the team, but I'd be looking at banking on some older heads. Joe Gomez starts. Andy Robertson starts.
Yeah.
Endo starts. These sort of players.
Yeah.
I think it's one of them games. I'd have Curtis Jones in there, someone who's got a bit of battle about them.
Yeah, it's going to be rough and ready, innit?
Yeah.
It's going to be rough and ready. So, like, you want them players who can win individual battles in there. Yeah, Andy Robertson for sure. I'll start in that game. But yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, really? Because obviously the way the fans are, and it was a bit like this against Palace. You know, them with the megaphones, you see that? It's an awful into that, like, but it's an awful into that. You don't need megaphones when you got me and you, mate. These aren't even plugged into that.
I Jack did a gig once and the microphone weren't working.
Yeah.
That's true, isn't it?
No one knew, yeah. 500 people, mate. Didn't even tell.
All you want to do is ride around, Sally.
Don't get many extra gags into, you know what I mean?
No, I love extras as well. It's a great show. All right, Galatasaray then, Jack. Like, Ekitike plays, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he'll start. Kays is obviously now in the squad, isn't he? For the Champions League.
Has he been put in now?
Yeah, because Leone's injury. So, yeah, Kays is in. Yeah, I'd maybe give Salah a rest, but Salah will probably go and score 2 in this game. That's the tough spot you're in, really, isn't it?
I think as well because the opposition are not going to be amazing. They've got good quality in there. They've got like Osman is the striker. Batman. He's obviously the big threat there. I just think equally it's a chance to go over there, win 2-0, 3-0, and Slock and say to the boys, that's it. That's your medal. That's, in these games, that's the medal that you need to be showing.
Yeah, and get Palace out of here. Let's get a good win here. And
yeah, because look, we'll talk about Chelsea in a second, but Chelsea's going to be a similar sort of game that they're going to be tough to play.
Yeah.
We're going to need to really show mettle. But look, we show mettle against Newcastle. We show mettle against Arsenal. We have got it. We just seem to lose it for the day against Crystal Palace. Predictions then, Jack? Oh, one last question before predictions.
Yeah.
Would you go Mamadashvili in goal?
That's a good question, that.
Thanks, mate. I didn't even have it written down. That was just instinct, that.
Just in your head, yeah?
Just bang. Just come on.
Yeah, I would. I would give him a crack. Say thanks to Ali for... I've said to Tom, I wonder if they're going to go in at half time and Ali's just going to be like, fuck's sake, boys. Not one of you. I'm 34 years of age. I don't need to do that 20 times in the first half. Yeah, I'd give Mamadashvili a start. Just to say his name. Yeah,
I'd definitely give him a crack. Because he is going to need games, and I think he is expected to be the long-term replacement for Ali. So we really need to get him in and test him. See what he's all about. Prediction?
2-1.
2-1.
Liverpool. Yeah. I'll go with Frimpong goal. Because if Salah doesn't start, I think Frimpong will sit further up the pitch. I think Frimpong will score. Maybe Kanate over that kick.
Wouldn't it be good?
Wouldn't it be good, yeah.
Just takes off his shirt and he's just got a fucking picture of like a doll of Mateta just torn up on his shirt.
It says like F red down under on the top.
Yeah.
Which we wouldn't mind the press.
Yeah, the press would be good, wouldn't it?
Would be alright. What do you reckon then?
I reckon 1-0. But like I reckon it could, I think it'd be great to go out, get a goal early, and then just show a really professional, like, dominating performance.
Yeah, I think Slot will be into them only about starting well, going and getting ourselves on the scoreboard, and yeah, it's getting Palace out of our heads, really.
Yeah, and you know, as Rich said, using that Palace game as a springboard, like we did Nottingham Forest last year. But look, I think we'll beat Galatasaray in the Champions League, and to be honest, even going there and having a 0-0 away,
Yeah, it's not the end of the world, is it?
Wouldn't be the end of the world.
No.
It wouldn't. But it would be good to see those players, Enzo, Jones, Robbo.
Yeah, getting in there, getting
yeah.
game. Can I ask you a question?
You can, yeah.
How's Fantasy doing this week?
Well, fantasy football. So what I've noticed is now that we record on a Sunday.
Yeah, just because last night I kicked everyone's asses on fantasy, especially people in the Reds down under fantasy football.
Yeah.
You know.
Well. So yeah. So what we're going to start doing is on the fantasy, because we're now recording on the Sunday for the Tuesday release.
Yeah.
We sort of miss a couple of the fixtures.
Yeah.
So it's not really worth us showing it on the podcast that much. We'll probably do an update every couple of weeks and just touch base on the podcast about who's leading. But we're not going to do it week to week, but we will do it on a social post. When I logged in today to see how I did last night, I got 16 points and the average was 35.
Was it? Yeah.
So I captained Isaac and I had Gakpo, and yeah, disaster. It's not going particularly well this season. But there's a long way left.
Yeah.
I think Big Rig's still bottom though.
Is he?
It's great. I hope he likes that.
Yeah, I hope so as well.
He might hate it.
He's too big to not like it.
Yeah, he's a big guy, isn't he?
You know, if he decided he didn't like it,
Yeah.
what chance have we really got?
What, me and you against them?
Yeah.
No chance.
Bigger they are, the harder they fall. Big Rig, if you're watching that.
Yeah. If you want to watch
Yeah.
a WrestleMania style 2-on-1 match,
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho against the Big Show, that's me and Jack. I'd obviously be Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
You'd be Rey, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Because I'm high flyer.
Let us know. Big Rig, hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Right. Jack, Chelsea, Premier League next up. Massive game given the result against Palace, isn't it?
Yeah. To get ourselves back into winning ways. No Cole Palmer, apparently. Don't know if that's Benesca playing a couple of games. But that's a big miss for them. He is their best player, isn't he? I don't know. They're so hit and miss, Chelsea, though, aren't they? Like that United game. Did you watch the United game last week? They're just poor in that.
I think the thing is about Chelsea is they've got an abundance of quality in the squad.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
They've got
39 players.
Yeah. All under the age of 21. They've got an abundance of quality. I think where the game's going to be won and lost, mate, is in that midfield. Obviously, they've got no Cole Palmer, which is huge.
Yeah, massive.
You know, but I think Enzo and Casado have proven actually to be really good quality.
Yeah, good bits of business then, weren't they?
Yeah, and I know they were expensive, but they've the quality players, and I think the game will be won and lost in the 3. And I think Verts up against Caicedo will be huge, because I think Verts actually he got a bit of stick, but you know what, against Crystal Palace I thought he was all right.
Yeah, he wasn't too bad.
He was all right. So I think Verts against Caicedo is going to be really interesting, because if Verts can turn it on against Caicedo, and Liverpool can penetrate the centre of the pitch there, I think it'll be really interesting.
I think this is the game where Wirtz proves his stuff.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think this is the game. Do you remember like Thiago's game against Chelsea when he first came in? Was it his debut? And he was just like, it was a clinic. I think this will be the game where Wirtz announces himself. I hope so anyway.
No, I think you might be right. I think especially if he does get a rest against Galatasaray in the Champions League, he has shown moments, and I think we're hoping he's going to be a big game player for Liverpool, and against Chelsea it will be a big game. Chelsea have loads of threat on the wings. It'd be really interesting to watch that game. I think it'd be fascinating. I said this last night about Liverpool. We were watching that game, and I said to Jack, we could really do with the Thiago today.
Yeah.
Someone just obsessed with the ball, who will just go, hey boys, like, this is a bit chaotic here.
Just give it here.
Yeah, give it to me, and I'm going to give it back to you, but then you're going to give it back to me.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to give it back to you, but we're going to keep the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was like the Chuckle Brothers, that, to me, to you.
To me, to you, Barry. So, you know, we like a Thiago in there yesterday would have changed that football match.
What did I say to you?
Can't remember.
I said, well, we have got £300 million worth of midfielders on the pitch, Tom. Be nice if one of them could do it.
I know, but we haven't got that archetype.
No.
You know, McAllister is great and is probably the closest to that.
He is. He's still getting fit as well, isn't he, Maka?
He's still getting fit. But yeah, I think there is room in that Liverpool team. Obviously, that's why they went in for Zubimendi. Slot wanted that type of archetype. Yeah. Grafenberg's done fantastic. I'm not suggesting we get rid of Grafenberg. I'm not suggesting we get rid of any of them. But I think if there was a position in there where it could make a difference in, you know, in big cup finals, moments like that, games where you're up against it a little bit, you get someone on who's just going to keep that ball. I think it would make a big difference. Predictions then, Jack, Liverpool versus Chelsea.
2-0, Liverpool. I think we'll go there, show ourselves well, not concede. I think they'll put emphasis on getting a clean sheet. I think that'll be getting drilled into them about that game. Go and get a clean sheet. Yeah, 2-0.
I think it'll be a tight game. I think it really will. I think Chelsea will be solid, but I do think we'll win the game.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea score. I think that João Pedro's got it, hasn't he? He's got it. I think Chelsea will score, but I think it's going to be a really feisty game. Actually, like I think I said it the other week for the derby, and obviously it never happened, but I can definitely sort of see a red card in that game. The midfield battle's going to be interesting, but yeah, an Enzo red card. Liverpool win 2-1. Yeah, like let's get back to showing a bit of steel.
Yeah, something tasty.
And then Jack, after
what time's the kick off for that?
I think it's on Sunday. You know, our kids are always asking me questions I haven't got the answers to straight away.
Well, you know, do your research, mate.
You do your research. Sunday 3:30.
It's bank holiday, don't it?
Well, it's Sunday anyway. It's Saturday night.
After
for us.
In the morning?
Yeah.
We're
gonna watch that.
Couple of booners.
Yeah, we could even go Cheers Bar if you want. See how we feel. By the way, shout out to Cheers Bar.
Yeah, it's been awesome, haven't they?
Oh mate, Vanessa at Cheers Bar has been amazing. And if you go to Cheers Bar in Sydney, like you'll see all Reds down under posters and stuff up. They're supporting the pod. It's great. It's great.
Cheers.
Where everybody knows your name. Jack, I think that's it. I think we've pretty much done the pod.
Listen, Reds, keep your heads up. It was a bad performance, bad result, but we'll be back.
Yeah.
The Reds will be mustard again, mate. We'll be piss boiling in no time. I said to you last night, didn't I? So if we do win this game now, Tom, we could be the Devil's Cup. But they might actually all be right about us. But yeah, we'll be back, Reds. Keep your heads up. It is what it is. Look, I went to bed last night after this. It would have been 2 o'clock-ish or whatever. I was just in bed, fuming, mate. Fuming. Abby was like, can I have a kiss? Good night. I was like, don't talk to me, lady.
Yeah. funny watching the game with Abby last night.
Yeah.
Because
God bless her.
God bless her, she loves it.
Yeah. God bless her.
But she asks such funny questions.
Yeah.
Why is Kanate playing so bad? I'm like, I haven't got the analysis.
Why aren't they playing well? I just don't get it.
Yeah.
And there was a point she was sat next to me when I was putting my hand on her leg and she went, I'll be quiet now. No, babe, you go for it. You say what you want to say.
Yeah.
But
no, it's great.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember my mum used to go, oh, come on, Liverpool. Oh, you do me head in, Liverpool.
Yeah. Oh, Liverpool, you stress me out.
Oh, you stress me out, Liverpool. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And in them times, you just got to say, get that strong, girl. That's a pause up, Reds.
Reds, thanks so much for being here. Thank you for Jack.
Thank you,
for coming back.
Hey.
And remember, Reds, wasn't a perfect week. But in the words of Leonard Cohen, there's a crack in everything, but that's how the light gets in. Bit philosophical. Do you like that? Yeah. Up the Reds.
Up the Reds.
We are the Reds Down Under, and this is our podcast.